Yo, what is going on YouTube? Radar 25 back again with another takeaway video. Today, only have one takeaway from Friday Night Smackdown from March 6th. The reason we only have one takeaway because it's a pretty shitty show. Not
X-Pac
gonna,
was on it.
yeah, not gonna lie to you. It was a pretty bad show. Uh, Everything on SmackDown seems to be like at a standstill, just waiting until after Chamber, and they'll start rolling out whatever feud they want to roll into Mania and have matches for that. Really, really, really weak episode. Uh, that's all I can say. We only have one takeaway, and it was the main event. We definitely have a good choice for the segment. That shit sucked. Definitely got a good one for that.
You could put the whole show on that segment, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're going to spend the whole entire time. This is probably going to be a quick video. Radar 25 here, Fuentamania here.
What up, Marks?
We're going to get into this video. Before we do, I want to remind you guys, drop a like on this video and the previous videos we dropped this week. We got a Chamber one coming this Sunday. So drop a like on that when that drops. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys aren't missing nothing that I'm dropping. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Links in the description below. You guys know that already. Let's get right into this video. The one takeaway from SmackDown from March 6th. All right, guys, the show started with a moment of bliss. You know, these segments are kind of weird and they're kind of awkward. I don't know whose fault it is, but they're weird. They come off weird as shit.
And like Nikki Cross, like I get the whole playing like a ditzy little fangirl at times, but yeah. I don't think it suits her. I don't think it really doesn't. Like I like when she's a crazy psycho. That works way better. Alexa Bliss is great, but she's not really doing anything at the moment. She has no feud. She's just like an interview at this point. She could still be hurt. I don't know, but
yeah. So they're doing the moment of bliss, and it's another Hall of Fame thing, which they've done, with the Bellas. So it's for the NWO. This was a terrible segment. The start of this, it was super awkward.
Cringy,
it felt like out of place. They didn't know the timing was off. They didn't know where they were going with the interview.
Like, did they forget their cues, or it was weird, real weird.
Then thank God for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, draped, on each side. They came out, they confronted NWO. They acted like they were going to fight. And, thank God they didn't, because knowing WWE, they would have had the old guys go over on, all these guys that are current guys.
And Scott could barely walk. It's just
so that happened. And then they were looking, they were going to fight. And then obviously Sami Zayn, the chicken shit, heel that he is, he backs off. And then they go back and they start talking. He starts talking about how they're not going to play their game. They're focused on beating Braun Strowman, which they have a 3-on-1 handicap match at a Chamber. So they're focused on that. Here comes Braun, beats up Cesaro, Nakamura. Sami Zayn runs in the ring, uses Alexa Bliss as a human shield, which got a lot of heat on him.
Yeah.
And then he left and jetted out, and that's pretty much it. So it's just
thank God for Sami. He saved it.
He saved the second half of that segment because the first half was horseshit.
Cringe.
All right, so next we had Lacey Evans and Naomi versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. The match was what it was. I don't know where these feuds are going or what they plan on doing. Now, Lacey Evans can beat Bayley, and neither can Naomi. You have Sasha in the mix, so just tag match. Just for the sake of having a tag match. I feel like this feud has nowhere to go unless they're just waiting until Mania comes around to drop a match.
Even they had Bayley and Sasha had a promo where they were just like talking about the Hall of Fame, and they're like, "We're just taking the rest of the night off because there's nothing else to do. Like they're going nowhere.
There's really nothing going on." So that match was what it was. Sasha and Bayley got the win. Next we had Sheamus and Apollo Crews squash match. The Sheamus squashes Apollo Crews. So I don't know what they're doing with Chad Gable and them. There was a team last week or a couple weeks ago, somewhere in the middle of February, Sheamus drops a promo and he talks about the Chamber, but there is no Chamber match for him.
Yeah,
so,
it's just
Lacey Evans did the same thing a couple weeks prior to that in an interview show.
Everyone's in limbo on SmackDown. They're really
they really don't know. I feel like they have no direction.
Yeah, and there's two storylines that are going to be at Mania. It's Goldberg and Reigns and
Fiend and Cena.
Yeah, and then everything else is just like they might even be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they're just all going to be in the Battle Royal because there's nothing. And though they have three
SmackDowns left, 14 match card. So supposedly like 12 to 14 matches. So
that's official. That's official. 12 to 14.
Yeah, that's the way it's been for the past few years. So that's what they got going on, including pre-show. It's like 14 matches. So
God, it's like a 6-hour day.
Yeah, so these guys are going to get matches, but I guess they're just waiting until after Chamber to start really setting all those matches up. So match was what it was. Squash. Sheamus gets the win. Good to see Sheamus. Looks really good, real lean. Is really good shape. So hopefully he does something bigger now. Then next match was another tag with the women, Carmella, Dana Brooke. versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire. Then Ziggler comes out with them. According to the announcers, it was Sonya Deville's doing for Ziggler to come out, not Mandy Rose. Obviously, this love triangle still going on with Rose, Otis, and Ziggler.
My man,
the match was what it was, right? Ziggler helps Fire and Desire get the win, and it's just playing up more of the storyline, and we'll see that later on in the show. So it's just another whatever match. It was just there.
If it's just it's just prolonging the whole Otis the love triangle.
Yeah, it's like they're just trying to like keep everything going as long as they can to get to Mania. Yeah,
and Sonya Deville's here. Hey,
exactly. Because now she seems to be like wants Ziggler to be with Mandy and not Otis. So it's like So I don't know. But next segment was a Firefly Funhouse segment. Those things are always good. They're always entertaining, and it's just set up for the Fiend, Cena. He's cutting a promo, and they poke fun at the fact that he got destroyed by Cena at WrestleMania 30.
Got buried.
Yeah, so you know how after that match, it was kind of stop and go from Wyatt. From there on, he lost like every feud that he was in, and the mystique was just gone after that match. Yep. So, hopefully the Fiend gets the win against Cena this year. If he doesn't, then I have no idea what to do with my life anymore when it comes to wrestling, because Jesus Christ, like, why would Cena get the win there? Makes no sense. You just had him lose to Goldberg, and then you would have him lose to Cena. So I'm assuming he gets the win here, and hopefully, God willing, he does.
And I don't love the fact that they don't, like, he hasn't brought up the losing the belt. There's none of that. They're kind of just
act like it just didn't happen. Yeah,
didn't happen. Yeah, he just lost the belt to a retired wrestler.
Yeah. I'm assuming the plan was to take the belt off Fiend and give it to Goldberg so that they could have Reigns become champ without beating Fiend, because they knew if he beat Fiend at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, he would have got booed out the building, and they don't want that.
I get that, but like when it's Mania, you want to see the best matches, and Goldberg in another WrestleMania match is going to be.
But Goldberg is a draw, so I mean you can't put it.
Is he still a draw?
Yeah, he still is. People still like to see him and stuff like that.
But like I want to see a match. I don't want to see 2 spears, 5 minutes, and then it's over. It's like,
but they've had multiple main events with Roman Reigns, and he's getting booed when he's the babyface going for the title. So they don't want that. So they know
don't give him the belt.
Goldberg will be hated because he gets the belt, and then Reigns will take it from him, get cheered because he took it from the guy who took it from Fiend, and everybody hates him and shit like that.
Like I know we're supposed to be nice on this show, but I'm just over Reigns, and like if no one likes him, then no one likes him. It is what it is. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but giving him the belt he's just too popular with children, with kids, and his look is too marketable where they just can't. There's just too much money there for him to do that. Well, then just run it, but I don't know. It's just not unexciting to me. It's just
because you can't think of it as like a mark. You got to think of it as like if you're running a business and who do you want your business to be. I mean, because like, but I'm trying to find marketable guys.
Yeah, I get where they're coming from, but it's not entertaining, and I just
it's not really at this point. I'm not super into what Reigns is doing. And I know he's going to be the champion once again, and let's see what they do with him afterwards. So, but
hopefully, him and the Fiend have a run for maybe for
So these are just placeholders until they get closer to Mania, where they're able to flesh everything out. So next was the main event, and which is over a 40-minute match, I believe, and it's the one takeaway that we have for the night. The one.
Smackdown was brutal.
Yeah, the Gauntlet Tag Match. The winner comes out last in the chamber. So it's obviously
the stipulation kind of like me.
I mean, that's a big advantage you get because you're the last person to come out in the chamber. So, I mean, it's an advantage. It's a little story. But, the match started with Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker versus New Day, the team of Big E and Kofi. Now, Otis and Tucker ran the gauntlet. They went through New Day, Lucha House Party, Usos, and the tag champs and Miz and Morrison, setting up the final showdown for the end of the gauntlet against, Heavy Machinery versus Ziggler and Rude, obviously playing into that Mandy Rose love triangle storyline. Now, very little physicality between Ziggler and Otis. I guess they're saving that.
They barely touched that.
Yeah, I guess they're saving that for Chamber and then I guess a Mania match after that. Yeah. But it's basically this whole match was just to shine a light and really put over Heavy Machinery because Otis is super over right now, Otis.
Yeah, I love Otis.
Mandy Rose thing. He's hilarious, funny guy. Reminds me so much of Chris Farley, and it was just it was a really good way to get those guys out there and really give them a push and beat legitimate tag teams. But in the end, Ziggler was the one to get the pinfall on Otis. So
it's like, I mean, it's a good little 80s teen movie story that they got going.
With like
fat
the
loser,
jock,
and then
the loser
jock,
guy,
and then they all want the hot girl, and it's fun. And Otis is the man, and we're all pushing for him to get the hottest chick on in the company or at the school.
Yeah.
So
it's a fun little storyline, and Otis plays it well. And then Ziggler obviously always comes off like a cocky asshole, so that's good for him. And it's working out. But Ziggler and Rude won, so they come out last in the chamber match. So that was the end of SmackDown. It ended with a 45-minute gauntlet match, which was a good match. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
Like I said, it showcased.
It saved the show, from being completely unwatchable.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it showcased heavy machinery, which was an important thing because
they're elevated now.
They're elevated to one of the top tag teams in SmackDown. And maybe they will be one of the last teams in there. Maybe they win the tag team titles. Who knows? I don't know how they're going to.
I like them better than Miz and Morrison as champs.
Because I think they're a little bit more they're a little bit more entertaining at this moment, and there's a little bit more momentum, or people I think care about it more than they care about Miz and Morrison for some reason.
For sure.
Yeah, so that was Friday Night Smackdown. It was not a good show.
No.
It was tough to get through. The only good thing was the gauntlet match at the end. Now we're gonna get to the segment.
Luckily, it's only 2 hours.
Yeah. Now we're gonna to the segment called "This Shit Sucked," and
the whole show fucking sucked.
The whole show sucked. But we had to pick one thing, and the one thing was the beginning of the NWO segment.
Yeah.
The NWO Alexa Bliss Moment of Bliss segment was horrible at the beginning.
Horrendous.
Sami Zayn saved the day, but it was so bad.
Like the X-Pac, Alexa asked him a question. He looked completely lost.
Yeah.
Like Tate Ripper himself had no idea what he was talking about.
So I'm confused. Like they didn't have a script for him in the back and stuff like that. And
it's just the simple fact that Eric Bischoff, the creator of the NWO, isn't in the Hall of Fame, going in the Hall of Fame with the NWO, and the fact that Hogan wasn't there. And you had X-Pac, who was in there for 2 months in the NWO, and he's literally being thrown into Hall of Fame for a second time just because he's Triple H's buddy. That's all the reason why, because he wasn't really important to the NWO.
I mean, he's getting back-to-back Hall of Fame inductions.
Hall of Fame.
DX.
And DX he deserves.
DX he obviously deserves, yeah.
But the NWO?
I don't see it. I see it been the original 3 guys with Bischoff.
With their Bischoff, and that's it.
Because if you're going to induct the Horsemen and induct them with J.J. Dillon, you had to do this with Eric Bischoff.
And it's his baby. He created it.
Yeah, he created it. Yeah.
That literally changed the business. It created the Attitude Era. It pushed wrestling to the heights that it has never saw before and hasn't seen since. It might never see it again. Yeah. So, I mean, and then you have freaking X-Pac, Tate Ripper. I'm tired of hearing about his butthole being ripped. I'm tired of his voice. I'm tired of his stupid little 1, 2, 3 kid crap. It's just over that guy. I don't know. No reason for him to be around. And Nash is cool, and Scott is Scott, and
it was just a bad segment. Other than Sami Zayn, it was just a bad segment. It was terrible. It was awkward, and it was just weird. And
then there was that weird pause right before Zayn.
It looks like they were like, "Oh, we're waiting. When is this music gonna hit?" And shit like that. It was weird. It was awkward.
So poorly done, man.
Nikki Cross getting a selfie with them. Shit was corny. It's bad. And Alexa Bliss felt out of place too. She looked like she didn't really she was kind of weird what was going on. She was like, "Oh, Sean, what do we call you, Sean? 1, 2, 3." And it was just like, what the fuck was the point of that? Then she just brings up Goldberg, and then Nash
cattle prod
the cattle prod and
I actually text with Roman this week.
Yeah, the show was corny. It was just it was a miss. I don't know who set that up, but it was not good.
And how you not have Hogan there? If Hogan's not going to be there, then what's the point doing
it? Makes no point. Yeah, it makes no sense to not have Hogan there and do it.
They save it for Raw.
If you couldn't get him, just wait until you can get him and show. Because you still got time till Mania. But because these guys have been announced, they were like the first inductees, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Yeah, this year. So everybody's known for a while, so you could have just waited until Hogan was available, and you could have had all 4 of them there. But a bad segment. So that is the shit that sucked from a bad episode of Friday Night Smackdown. But
rough.
That's the end of the video. We're gonna have the chamber this Sunday. We'll have a video recapping that and our takeaways from the chamber,
which will be way longer. Hopefully,
which will be way longer than this. I want to thank you guys again for watching the video. Again, drop those likes, hit the comment section below, drop those comments in there. Let us know what you thought about SmackDown, where you think it's going. How have you enjoyed any of the SmackDowns recently? Because I sure as fuck haven't.
No, it's by far the weekest show. All the shows all week.
Yeah,
it's
right
brutal.
now, which is amazing because with the 3-hour Raw, you would think that'd be the weakest one, but right now,
not even that. But they're pushed on to Fox now. They're
you think it'd be better.
You think they'll be doing the best thing they've ever done in a while. And SmackDown was pretty good. I mean, right after the split, the first when they split the two brands up. And it was actually when Shane was kind of running it, it was good. And
it was good. Yeah. Now it's really falling off.
It's really super bad.
Yeah.
Super bad.
You know, they don't have a ton of matches at Chamber, so it feels like slow. They added the Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan match. Should be a good, solid, like technical wrestling match. Should be well worked.
That's
but it's not something you're super excited about. But you know, as like a storyline. But the match itself, you're kind of excited just to see how solid and technical the match will be. But
and
again,
hopefully after the Chamber, we'll see some more action at SmackDown. Maybe they'll start building some storylines because right now it's hard to get through. It's hard to fast forward through. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah. So that's the end of the video, guys. Hit us up in the comment section. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys again for watching. And remember, if it doesn't work for you, brother, do not do the job. Peace.
Later, Marks.